Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to the daily current affairs analysis of the Shankar IAS Academy, and today's video is for the date of 18th of May 2025. So before moving to the topics to be discussed, there's just a few reminder. The All India Mock Test UPSC test series is happening today, that is 18th of May. So this is the last test series to be attended. So don't forget to attempt and boost up your prelims practice. So now moving to the topics to be discussed. These three topics are from prelims perspective. So the first article, food price 2025, is given for the microgreen revolution, and this article is from the down to earth. The next article, Rajon ki Baoli, is about a step well which has been conserved by the ASI, and this article is from the Hindu. And the next article discusses about Afghanistan landscape, and this article is also from the Hindu. So the next article, the censorship of abortion rights and the shingles and dementia vaccines, are from the mains perspective, and both the articles are from the Hindu as well as the Indian Express. So without any delay, let's get into the articles discussion one by one. Now the first news is about India and Afghanistan. So here why it is in the news, because the center is considering to give aid for the Afghans who are expelled by the Pakistan. So here in term of this article, let us see the basics of the geographical aspects of Afghanistan for prelims understanding. So looking into the geographical aspects in terms of their location, they are landlocked country in South Central Asia. So here you can see, and they are often known as the heart of the Asia, since they are known to be for the strategic location which connects the Central, South as well as the West Asia. And looking into their borders here, in the west they border with Iran, in the south and east they border with Pakistan, in north they border with Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan, and in the northeast they border with Tajikistan and also China through the Wakhan corridor. So here you can see Iran, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, here to the Wakhan corridor of China, Tajikistan and Pakistan. Now looking into their terrain and regions, here they are dominated by the Hindu Kush mountains, where it is the western extension of the Himalayas, and also the Pamir and also the Karakoram ranges. So here you can see the extension of the Hindu Kush mountains, and also here would be the Pamir as well as the Karakoram ranges. And they are divided into three major regions. One is the Central Highlands, where they are known to be rugged terrain, includes the Khyber Pass. So Khyber Pass is one of the most ancient and the important pass, which was like a bypass to enter the ancient route to enter India. So here you can see, here is the Khyber Pass, and in the this is the north, this is the Central Highlands. And next, looking into the southern plateau, here they are known for sandy deserts, infertile soil and Helmand River. So here is the Helmand River. And looking into the northern plains, they are known to be fertile. They are known for Amur Darya River, and they are known for the agricultural practices as well as for their minerals. So here is the Amur Darya River. And looking into their climate, they are known to have arid to semi-arid, cold winters as well as hot summers. Since they have the extension of the Hindu Kush mountains in the northeast, they are known to have frequent earthquakes, and they are known to be as the seismic zone. Now looking into the major rivers of Afghanistan, Amur Darya, Helmand, Kabul, Hari Road, and they are all are snow-fed. And Kabul river flows to the Indus. So here you can see the Hari River and also Kabul River. Now looking into the ethnic geography, they in the east they are known for their Pashtuns, then in the north they are known for Tajikids and Uzbeks, and in the central they are known for Hazaras. So looking into their resources, they are known for natural gases, copper, minerals such as copper, coal, iron ore and gems. And in agriculture, they are known for wheat, fruits, nuts, especially for opium, which are major in the northern plains. So here they are known for their strategic connectivity, as they are part of the INSTC, that is Indian Iran Afghanistan corridor, through the Chabahar port, which is an important transit hub bypassing the Pakistan. So these are the geographical importance of Afghanistan. Now let's see a prelims practice question. Consider the following statements. The Hindu Kush mountain range forms a natural divide between the central highlands and northern plains of Afghanistan. The Kabul River originates in Afghanistan, eventually drains in the Arabian Sea through the Indus River. And the Wakhan corridor connects Afghanistan to India through a narrow border near Gilgit-Baltistan. Afghanistan is a part of International North-South Transport Corridor and has direct access to Indian Ocean through the Chabahar port. So which of these statements are right? So here 1, 2 and 4 are right here. So third is wrong. Here it doesn't connect India, it connects with China. Now moving on to the second news, it's a great achievement for women in science. Microbiologist scientist who won the World Food Prize award for the year of 2025, a scientist behind Brazil's microgreen revolution for reducing the fertilizer use. So here the concept is to reduce the use of the fertilizers in agriculture so that it would be sustainable, so that it would be cheaper, and at the same time it would produce less pollutants. So here Mariangela is an advocate for biological nitrogen fixation over chemical fertilizers. So here we all know for prelims we should understand the basics. So in environment, the concept of nitrogen fixation is one of the most basic concept. So how did she use the concept here? So here, what is biological nitrogen fixation? It is a natural process where the soil bacteria convert the atmospheric nitrogen into plant usable forms. So here key microbes such as rhizobia, where they form nodules in the legume roots to fix the nitrogen, and also azospirillum brasiliensis. Here they help to the root growth back, and also they help to uptake the nutrients. So here we all know the microbes in the soil cannot take nitrogen directly, the plants cannot take nitrogen directly from the air. So here in the soil the microbes will be helping to intake the nitrogen. So this process is known as nitrogen fixation. So how the scientist uses this natural process into plant usable forms? So here she's taking these microbes and she's making it as an inoculants. So here inoculants means a beneficial bacteria. So for example, you can take probiotic products such as yogurt, where they are known to be beneficial bacteria for your gut health. So such way she's taking these microbes and she's turning them into beneficial bacteria, where they are isolated as elite bacterial strains. So here it is these developed inoculants, first they are coated with seeds or soil. So here these microbial inoculants are coated with seeds or soil and they are planted. So they boost nutrient absorption as well as crop productivity. So this is the basic concept behind this biological nitrogen fixation. So what was the impact on the crop yield? So here rhizobia inoculation, it increased up to 8% of yield in the soya bean production, and the azospirillum brasiliensis, it enhanced nitrogen uptake, hormone production, and also it tripled the root growth. And combined use of these microbes, it doubled yields in soya beans and common beans, and it reduced fertilizer use for production, and it also reduced greenhouse gas emissions and also water pollution. So with this simple basic natural process, she made a scientific discovery. So through this they can in the places of chemical fertilizers, these can be used to enhance the growth of the crop. And about the World Food Prize, here it recognizes contributions to food quality, quantity and availability. So here this award is known to be as a Nobel Prize when it comes to agriculture, and they are founded in 1987 by Dr. Norman Borlaug, and he is known for the father of the Green Revolution. So here the first recipient of Indian would be Dr. M.S. Swaminathan of this award, and the award includes a diploma, sculpture and a amount prize, and it is administered by the World Food Prize Foundation. So I hope you understand the basics of the biological nitrogen fixation. Now moving to a prelims practice question. Which of the following statements are right? She developed microbial technologies that enhance biological nitrogen fixation in crops, which is right. Her innovations led to a decline in Brazil soya bean production. No. She was the first to isolate strains of Azophyrilium brasiliensis that improve nitrogen uptake and phytohormone production. So here you can understand these microbial are turned into inoculants where, as I'm repeating, they are changed to beneficial bacteria where they are isolated as elite bacterial strains. So they are taken as strains and these strains are applied on the seeds or the soil. So here the statement is right. And the last statement, her research has been applied to restore degraded pasture land in Brazil. Here 1, 3 and 4 are right. Option B is right. Now moving on to the next news. The Archaeological Survey of India is in collaboration with the World Monuments Fund India and the TCS Foundation, which completed the conservation of Rajon ki Baoli, a 16th century step well from the Lodi era. So let's see a few basics about the Archaeological Survey of India. It was founded in the year 1861, founded by Alexander Cunningham, and the headquarters is in New Delhi. So here the parent ministry is Ministry of Culture under the Government of India. Main functions is for archaeological research, exploration and excavation, preservation and conservation, and for the maintenance of the monuments. So they come under the legislation provisions under Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act of 1958, and also the other legislation provision for Antiques Trade Regulation. They come under Antiques and Art Treasures Act of 1972. Now, what is this Rajon ki Baoli? So here it is. This type is a step well, which is known as Baoli in Gujarati. So here, for example, you can take Rani Ki Vav Baoli, which is a UNESCO site in Patna. So in same way, this is also a step well, and the location is in Delhi, Mehrauli Archaeological Park, and the nearby sites include Qutub Minar, Jamali Kamali Mosque. It is built by Daulat Khan from the Lodi dynasty, was known as the Lodi Noble, and from the year of 1516 AD. So here they come under the Lodi dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate period, and they are named after Rajon, which is known as masons, and they are not royal. Now looking into the architectural features, they are 3 storage step well. So here you can see, and they are with arched corridors, pillars and intricate carvings. So here it reflects the Lodi architectural style. So all of these arcs, pillars, corridors and intricate carvings, they all are part of the Lodi architectural style of the Delhi Sultanate. And they also include mosques and tomb. They are made by the local stone. So here the main purpose is to stand as a water conservation and a resting place, especially for the tourists and travelers historic. So the conservation efforts have been taking place. So the scope of the work is especially for water quality improvement and for as the fish has been introduced to balance the ecology of the place, and they are also supported by the World Monuments Fund's Climate Heritage Initiative. So here they are known for their water conservation and for their climate regulation and to balance the ecology, and these are the rest of the information to be known. Now moving on to a prelims practice question, consider the following statements regarding the Lodi dynasty. So the Lodis are the last dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate who were the successor of Sayyid dynasty. The last Lodi ruler was Ibrahim, who fought and died in Battle of Panipat. So all of these statements are right. Now moving on to the next article. So this article is from the mains perspective. So here why it is in the news, because the abortion rights groups have denounced the censorship on Meta-owned apps. So here digital platforms are known to be as one of the key resources for healthcare and right-based information in this generation. So here reports of censorship by Meta-owned companies such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram have raised concerns related, particularly which affects abortion related services and the information related to it, and advocacy related, even in countries where abortion is legal. So this censorship has brought in a lot of major concerns politically, economically and also through technologically. So here censorship on those meta platforms here, places such as Mexico, Colombia and USA, and affected NGOs, these are the affected NGOs, have been facing this problem. So here disruptions have occurred without transparency or appeals despite legality of abortion. So here without any transparency on why they have been censored, it has been uprightly, uh, the information have been taken away. So here the impact of the censorship first is obstructed access to timely reproductive health information, as the MSI Foundation have seen 80% of drop in appointments due to the censorship on the abortions post this ban. So here the educational content have wrongly been flagged or removed. So here, for example, abort without pain campaign, here for in social media we all have been having the concept of, or the feature of making a content flagged. So here, since abortion can be put in educational content, even that have been wrongly flagged or removed. So the next impact would be disproportionate, repeat pandra. So the next impact would be disproportionate impact on women especially. So here women's health content are more likely to be censored, and also the WHO approved information. For example, the abortion pills have been flagged under the unsafe content. So here it questions the legality, the transparency, and also about the right information, even which is governed by the government in itself. So the AI driven moderation lacked context and nuances. In an era where uh, hate comments are still prevalent in the media, so such helpful and educational content related to the abortion are being flagged and removed. So this brings in a major disproportionate impact on women in itself. And influence of ideological lobbying. So here anti-abortion groups possibly coordinated in report accounts. So the Meta cited spam or dangerous account based on user reports. So here the idea of spam or dangerous content are being uh, have lot of perspectives around. So we don't know what kind of content can be related to a spam or dangerous content, just because a particular group of people are not able to believe a certain content. So here this article is very important even for the paper of ethics also. So here NGOs have only responded to user queries, not unsolicited content. Now, looking into legal and structural challenges, here many tech firms have governed private policies and not public laws. So, this brings in the question of how private policies as well as public law, especially in corporate work for the women group. And opaque modernization mechanisms and lack of cross-border regulation, the NGOs are forced to use backup accounts and code languages, as sometimes the accounts can be hacked. So here again, as I told, ethical and governance concern. The rise of platform governance without accountability is in rise, especially big countries like US and also developing countries like India. The platform governance is such a getting into a mainstream trend. So threat of digital authoritarianism in democratic context is such a diabolical situation to be in. So even we are a democratic country, there is some digital authorization in this current generation. So it brings in automated decisions override legitimate healthcare advocacy. So here, big groups like Meta or WhatsApp, Meta on apps like WhatsApp, Instagram, they are actually regularizing all of your decisions and giving you AI setter or an automated decisions which can override your legitimate healthcare advocacy. Now, looking into a way forward for this situation, first enforcing a transparent content moderation guidelines is to be followed, then create independent grievances redressal mechanisms, align moderation policies with the WHO and the UN human rights standards, and train NGOs in digital resilience and legal awareness. So this is one of the most important. So here, looking as a conclusion, the unregulated tech censorship undermines human rights and public health. So since it's in media, social media, since it's accessible by everyone, there is a blurring of line between what is known to be a human rights and what and how it has been perceived by the public. Since everyone can have an opinion on that screen, so it brings a confusion there. So there needs to be urgent need to rebalance free expression and algorithm governance, which is very important. And the digital platforms must empower, not obstruct, especially essential services. So this is a mains practice question. The growing influence of digital platforms on access to health and right-based information has raised concerns of algorithm censorship, and violation of freedom of expression. So put in your answer in the comment section.
Now moving on to the last article for the mains perspective, titled Shingles Vaccine and Lower Dementia Risk, What New Study Says. So here, why it is in the news? Because recent studies have been suggested that this shingles vaccine can or may significantly reduce the risk of dementia, which also includes Alzheimer's. So it brings a potential for brain diseases prevention through vaccination itself. So what is shingles? It is a viral infection by the zoster virus, same as for chickenpox. It reactivates later in life as shingles. So these are the symptoms: painful rash, blisters, fever, fatigue, neuralgia, which is a long-term no pain. And looking into the risk factors, it is above the age 50, especially for person with weakened immunity. And also the risk factors would include HIV, AIDS, cancer, and organ transplants. And the transmission is not directly contagious, as shingles can cause chickenpox via contact through blisters. And looking into the treatment and prevention, they have treatments which includes antivirals, and also for prevention, these are the medications. So, and also looking into dementia, so it is a general term for the decline of cognitive function and not a normal part of the aging. So here the common types would be Alzheimer's, vascular, Lewy body, and mixed. And looking into the causes, they cause brain cell damage, stroke, infections, and neurodegenerative disorders. And these are the symptoms: memory loss, confusion, language issues, mood changes, trouble with daily tasks, and shaking and shivering. So looking into the diagnosis and treatment, so for dementia, no single test have been used. It includes more than exams and brain scans. So here treatment is, it's no cure, and the medication would be more of a change of a lifestyle, support, and therapy. And now there is a new finding for this. So here the reactivated viruses can inflame and damage the brain when it comes to dementia. So vaccines helps to prevent this. So there has been there may be a vaccine cure for dementia, and it brings an immune system boost. So it strengthens the immunity, and it can risk multiple dementia risks. So here a healthy user bias is also a factor. So you need to be healthy and have a lifestyle for the vaccine to support your condition. So here the scope of new finding is, it's a prevention strategy for dementia. It brings in expanded vaccine benefits, boost to vaccination programs, new research directions, and it's a cost-effective and sustainable public health tool. So here the vaccines works both for shingles as well as for dementia. It's a multi-purpose vaccines which help to be cost-effective and affordable also. Now looking into the socio-economic benefits, lower healthcare as I told, and dementia care cost, and reduce the caregiver burden. So the concept of caregiver burden is very prevalent when it comes to diseases such as Alzheimer's and dementia, and increased elderly independence. So through the concept of gerontology, here we can bring in increased potential of the elderly, and also better health and equity, smarter and preventive public spending. So it's more of a preventive in nature. And looking into way forward, definitely raises public awareness and the myths around the diseases of Alzheimer and dementia, encouraging vaccines for people of 50 plus age, supporting further research, update on health policies, and engage healthcare providers and their advancement. So this is the mains question: prevention is better than cure. So in this context, discuss the importance of vaccination in ensuring inclusive healthcare. So this is one of the most, it seems to be a simple question, but it needs validating points. So put your answer in the comment section.
Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you like the video. Don't forget to give a like, comment, and share. And to further not to miss any other content, subscribe to our channel. Thank you and have a great day.